2020 wasn't the best year, so I was thinking, what better way to kick off the year than playing Minecraft, but I can't respawn. So on that note, today we're going to be figuring out if I have what it takes to survive 100 days in hardcore mode. In this series, I have 3 simple but seemingly unachievable goals. To kill the Wither, to kill the enderdragon, and to get full netherite armor. Now if you're not completely sure, in normal Minecraft, if you die, you can respawn. But in hardcore mode, if you die, it's all over. That's the end. And added on to that, if I even don't complete these 3 goals, then it will count as a loss, and it would be the same as if I were to die. And if you want to see if I end up dying, then make sure to watch to the end. And also subscribe. We're coming up on 3,000 subscribers, and when we hit 3K, I'll be doing a cape giveaway, a live Q&A, and a Bedwars texture pack release. So if you enjoy this video and you want to see more like it, then feel absolutely free to subscribe. Now without any further ado, on day 0 I spawned in and immediately chopped down a tree, and then I raided a village which I spawned next to. Luckily I found a bed, which would end up being really useful on the first night. Then right after that, I went over to a tree and left a beehive floating. Then immediately after, I went over to the mesa biome that I saw as soon as I spawned, and I started digging out my house. And as soon as I had enough of my house dug out, I immediately moved all my stuff inside. Then I went and gathered some sticks. And as soon as I was done gathering sticks, I noticed the sun go down. So I scurried back to my new house. So there it was. I survived the first day. In the morning, I woke up refreshed and ready to start mining. I only did enough mining to get a stone axe today though so that I could go hunting in a forest. While I was killing sheep in a plains biome, I came across a nether portal ruins. As soon as I got back home, I saw that one of my trees had grown, so I chopped it down and then started cooking some of my food that I had just gotten on my hunt. So I spent the rest of the day mining. And as I was coming up from the mines, I noticed the sun was starting to set. So I said goodbye to day 1 and I went to sleep. When I woke up on day 2, I immediately knew that I needed to go mining, and mining a lot, not a little. I spent day 2 through 5 mining, and as you can see I got 5 diamonds and I used 3 of those to make a pickaxe. And as I came up from the mines on day 5, night had already fallen, so I went ahead and went to bed. When I woke up on day 6, I immediately got to work on making a nether portal. I went into the nether, but I turned around immediately. That's a job for another day. So I went back to the overworld and I planted some sugarcane. I planted some cactus and then went hunting. And while I was out on my hunt, I saw a forest fire. So I spent a few minutes putting out the fire and then I went on about my business. As soon as I got home, it was already dark. So I went ahead to bed, wrapping up the 6th day. And on the 7th day, I woke up and started farming. When I woke up on day 8, I set off to find some cows. I brought those cows back to my newly made pen, and then I went inside and enchanted my diamond pickaxe. On day 9, I started doing major mining so that I could make some progress. While I was mining, I got attacked by a witch, but I also found a slime, and I got 3 slime balls from him. Right after I killed the slime, I found a ravine. But then I immediately got out of there. Days later, on day 12, when I came up from the mines, I harvested all of my crops and bred my cows. When I woke up on day 13, I crafted an axe and some leggings to go along with my diamond chestplate that I made the other day. After that, I enchanted them in my enchanting table, and then I set off with my brand new pants to the village where I spawned. As soon as I got to the village, I went ahead and stole all the villagers' crops, locked them in their houses, and killed their livestock. Then I went home and did tons of work around the house. I got rid of my little cactus farm because I knew I'd never need more than this. And I moved around the stuff inside and sorted my chest with some item frames. The next few days, I chopped down some trees around my house, cleaned up my farm, and then made my cow pen look better. Let me know what you think of the looks of this in the comments section down below. Then I expanded the inside of the cow pen, and then I made it look better to finish off the day. When I woke up on day 18, I headed off to the plains biome with the village where I spawned, and I grabbed a few sheep to bring back to my pen, where I'd put them right next to my cows. While I was on the way home, I fell off a cliff, but luckily I survived on half my health. As soon as I got the sheep home, I put them in the pen, locked them in, and then expanded the inside of the pen a little bit. To finish off the day, I made a hanging barrel fixture, and I harvested some of my crops. On the morning of day 19, I woke up knowing that I wanted to go to the nether today. So when I got to the nether, since I was in a cave, I started strip mining. I found a warped forest where I killed some endermen, and then in another direction I found an open lava lake and a crimson forest. But as I realized how low the durability on my pickaxe was, I headed back to the overworld to continue mining. When I came up from the mines on day 21, I'd gotten enough diamonds to complete my full diamond armor, get a diamond shovel, and then I did some work around the house. Then I went to bed. I spent the next few days in the nether. I got some ender pearls, and I searched in every direction for a fortress, but after days of trying, I decided I'd use chunk base. After several days of hunting blazes and wither skeletons, I finally got my third wither skeleton skull and plenty of blaze rods. So I headed out of the nether. When I got to my house, I was greeted by my new horse. Then with the eyes of the ender, I started heading to the stronghold. On day 32, I started heading back from the stronghold after raiding it. And when I went to the stronghold, I had no intentions of going to the end. In fact, I didn't even find the portal room. But the entire reason I went to the end was so I could get bookshelves. So I could get 30 level enchantments and in turn, be able to go to the end soon. While I have a minute to talk before we do anything else, make sure to follow my TikTok, Ironiq also. You'll be able to find exclusive clips and behind the scenes on there. So just go to the link in the description and follow me. As soon as I got home, I made an enchantment station, and then I enchanted 2 diamond pickaxes, combined them, which got me a fortune 3, efficiency 5, and an unbreaking 3 diamond pickaxe, which would be incredible for mining. Now speaking of mining, I headed on down to the mines to get some more diamonds so that I could get 30 level enchantment diamond armor and prepare for my netherite armor and killing the dragon with wither. On day 36, I came up from the mines, and because of my new Fortune 3 pickaxe, I had nearly 2 stacks of diamonds. So this was going to be the last time I needed to mine all the 100 days. From the end of day 37 to day 40, I spent in the nether. I spent most of this time looking for netherite, which after a lot of bed mining, I ended up finally getting 16 ancient debris, which translates to a full set of netherite armor. So I was going to go home to get a new pair of netherite armor, but I knew that I needed some more XP first. So I did more mining for quartz, and then once I hit 39 levels, I headed home. When I got back from the nether on day 41, I put some of my collection of diamonds towards a full set of armor. Once I crafted the armor, I enchanted it all with 30 level enchantments. I wasn't super happy with the helmet, but it would do. And then I made them all netherite. There it is, our first goal achieved, full netherite armor. I was feeling confident with my new netherite armor, but I knew that it would break eventually. So I made it my mission to get mending. So I went over to the village at spawn, I went to one of my trapped villagers, and then I started placing lecterns next to him over and over again. Once I finally got the mending trade, it was only 12 emeralds. I was so excited. But then I realized there wasn't a paper trade, so I couldn't set in the mending trade. So I went back to my base to get another lectern, and then I went to another trapped villager and got a paper trade with him. Then I took the emeralds I just got from that one villager, and I went over to the mending villager. But me being an idiot, I bought the wrong thing. I didn't have enough emeralds to buy the book now, so I immediately ran back to my base. I got all the sugarcane I could, and then I realized the sun was going down. When the sun went down, the villager would change its trade, so I was fighting the clock here. So I ran back over to the village with the sugarcane. I grabbed a log from this villager's house, and then I crafted sugarcane into paper. But that wasn't enough paper. So at this point the sun was going down, and I didn't have anything to buy emeralds with. So first thing I thought of was to run back to my base, grab the books that I got from the stronghold, and then run back and set in the trade as fast as I could. I wasn't sure if I was going to make it at this point, but right before the sun went down, I made it there and I set in the trade. Oh. Seconds later, I slept in a bed in the village, waking up to day 43. When I got home, I went to the nether. I spent day 43 through 45 in the nether searching for quartz that I'd get more XP that I'd use to enchant stuff. While I was searching for quartz, I found a bastion. So I raided the one chest I found in the bastion, but I was being very cautious because I know how dangerous piglin broods are. So once I got out of there, I grabbed some more quartz, and then I got out of the nether. When I woke up on day 46, I did a bunch of terraforming. When I woke up on day 47, I got on Teddy the horse, and I set off to find a spruce sapling. I needed to find a spruce tree, so I chopped it down and took the saplings. On day 48, I started working on my full house. Then I started digging out the house. After that, I worked on the entrance. On day 49, I mined out more of my house. We made it to day 50! I was so excited! And as a reminder, if this video gets 100 likes, I'll do another 100 days, except with a twist. Also, if we do hit that like goal, I'll have a poll in my Discord server for the 3 goals for that 100 days. And if this video hits 100 likes and you want to have a say in what happens in the next 100 days, join my Discord server. On day 51 through 53, I made an actually decent tree farm and a chest room. And I did more work on my house. On day 54, I started mentally preparing to take on the task of the dragon battle. Then throughout day 55, I worked on trying to breed villagers, but it didn't work. I then spent day 56 in the nether, grinding for quartz for XP. On day 57, I did some enchanting with my new levels. Throughout day 58, I did some work on villagers. On day 59, I got some more mending books to put on my other armor and my tools. On day 60, I said hi to and bred my cows. On day 61, I mined for more quartz in the nether. On the night of day 61, I stayed up so that phantoms would spawn in a few nights, so I'd get phantom membrane, so I can make slow falling for the dragon fight. And on this particular night, I looked on chunk base to find a skeleton spawner, so that I could go get a bunch of arrows for my bow, again, for the dragon fight. On day 62, I did some raiding of above ground mine shafts. On the night of day 62, I tested my bow on a sheep. Later that night, I went mining for some more netherite. On day 63, I did some potion brewing to get ready for the dragon fight. On day 64, I was geared up and ready to head to the stronghold. On day 65, after some looking around at the stronghold, finally found the portal. It was time to fight the dragon. I dug up off the obsidian platform, and then I started taking out the crystals. Once I killed all the crystals, I started attacking the dragon. When I got the dragon down to half health, I was starting to feel confident, but the battle's not over yet. And as the dragon was on its last bit of health, I complete my second goal. So I quickly grabbed all the XP, and then I got ready to fight the wither. So I set up the trap under the end portal, and then I spawned the wither. The way this is supposed to work is the wither's supposed to get trapped in the bedrock, but right after I spawned him, he escaped. So I was fighting the wither in the end. He was chasing me around, but eventually, I killed him. Whew. Now that means that we just complete our third goal. So considering we have like 30 days left, I decided that I was going to make all my tools netherite and finish all of my projects before the end of the 100 days. When I got home, I was so excited. So I enchanted with my new levels. On day 67 and 68, I started working on a trading hall. I spent day 69, nice, and 70 fighting a raid. After I killed the raid, I spent day 71 through 73 working on the trading hall. I spent day 74 moving stuff from my old base to my new one. I spent days 75 through 78 bed mining for netherite for my tools and getting XP. When I got home on day 79, I made all my tools netherite. On day 80, to no avail, I searched for a dog. On day 81, I searched for some more quartz in the nether. I spent all of day 82 through 88 renovating my house. On day 89, I got a silk touch pickaxe. On day 90, I went back to the ruined portal that I saw at the beginning of the 100 days, and I lit it, just for fun. On day 91, I went mining for my last netherite ingot. I spent most of day 92 through 95 doing general home improvement stuff. But mixed in there, I did farm some of my crops, breed my cows, and attempt to make a skeleton farm, but failed ugly. On day 96, I made a netherite hoe. On day 97, I did a few final touch-ups on the house. On day 98, I went and said goodbye to my horse and my cows. I seriously considered trying to crossbreed these, even though it's not possible. On day 99, I made a pile with all my hardest earned stuff. When I went to sleep on day 99, I woke up to day 100. We'd made it the entire time. I sent off the world for what I thought was a short period of time by popping a totem. But unfortunately, in terms of it being a short period of time that I sent off the world, I was sorely mistaken. After I'd finished the challenge, I got back on the world to record an extra scene, and I forgot I was on 1.8. So essentially, this completely corrupted the world file. And my original plans were that if this video got 100 likes, I'd do another 100 days on the world. But considering the world is now gone, if this video hits 100 likes, we'll start a separate series. Unless I find some way to unearth the old file. But until then, we survived 100 days! And then the world died, yeah.